Hey, welcome back to Spirit of a Handyman. I want to talk to you today about the importance of reusing and recycling historic floor trim.
He's got the spirit of a handyman, a handyman.
One thing I really wish that we had done a better job with when we were rehabbing this old house is being more careful with removing the existing trim all around this house. This particular section, we kind of did an okay job and we patched it back together, but I'll give you a closer look. It still is pretty rough. This section over here is totally brand new from a wood specialty store here in the Cincinnati area, and it costs upwards of $5 per square foot. And these are two different sections here that I had to piece together. So this old floor trim is actually worth its weight in gold for you to remove properly and safely so that you can reuse it and recycle it. This section over here we weren't very careful with when we removed it, and ended up splitting out this section here. So I tried to kind of fill it with caulk. This is a brand new piece of wood from a wood specialty store called Hyde Park Lumber, and you can see the tongue and groove way that they do that. Actually, I didn't get that piece directly in there. Oh, okay, this is the old original wood. This is a newer piece that I bought, and they just weren't shaped the exact same tongue and groove. So that's accounting for why it doesn't fit in there totally snug. So this is the way that historic trim is done in old houses. You have this base piece, and then it's tongue and groove, and then the middle piece sets in there, and it's just top, and then you can buy whatever kind of top finish you want to set into that last tongue and groove. So 3 different pieces of molding. So as you're prying this away, to put a crowbar back here, you actually need a crowbar that's going to be about 12 inches in order to pull this all away from the wall perfectly smooth. It's typically held in by masonry nails. So that it just is a really big task, but you want to be so very careful pulling away trim from a historic wall, because every foot is going to cost you between $5 and $10 depending on which of these pieces you need to replace. This is a type of floor trim that I designed to give it that overall look. As you can see there in the other room, it pretty much matches the style of that old trim. A tall scalloped top there with the base piece. But this costs a lot less. This is just a 1x6, I believe, and then this is, oh, what is this? It's like exterior trim, but anyhow, just like a slightly fancier trim, but at maybe only 38 cents a square foot. It was a lot cheaper for me to recreate this than to go to a specialty store and recreate that entirely. But the overall result, I'll step back, is gonna look about the same, so not a big deal, especially if the walls don't actually touch. So since these weren't on the exact same wall, I feel like that's okay. So down here in the basement, this is what I lovingly refer to as the Boneyard. This is every piece of wood that we have pulled from the house, well, with some new banisters over here. But all these pieces are just tremendously valuable. So every piece that we were able to save and salvage of this historic trim, man, if I ever want to do another doorway, that's going to be totally invaluable. And if you want to refinish any part of your house and have it still bear that same resemblance of the historic rusticness, you need to hang on to all of those pieces of wood. So there you have it. That's some helpful tips on what I've learned through the process of Hard Knocks on how to save money on redoing trim in a historic home. Hopefully that helps you save a couple bucks and also feel a little bit more empowered before you take on your next restoration project. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates from Spirit of a Handyman.
A handy